Today in this video we're looking at number laws. As you can see, there are 4 different types of number laws. The first is the commutative law, and that is the order in which two numbers may be added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided. So what we actually see is that if we do x plus y, it is exactly the same as y plus x. Both of those give us the same value. Similarly, if we do x times y, it's the same as y times x. However, if we do x minus y, it is not the same as y minus x. And if we do x divided by y, again, it's not the same as y divided by x. What you can do is choose your own values of x and y and see if you can prove that all of these equations are true. The second law is the associative law, and that is the order in which 3 numbers may be added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided. So with the commutative law, it's 2 numbers. With the associative law, it's 3 numbers. So what we say is x plus y plus z. So according to BIDMAS, we do our y plus z first, and then we add the x on. It's the same as if we do x plus y and then add z. So again, you can choose your own values of x and y and see if it works. Just like the commutative law, what we see is multiplication works as well. So if we have x times y times z, so BIDMAS tells us to do the brackets first and then multiply by x. It's exactly the same as if you did x times y and then times z. Again, very similar to the one above, if we have x minus y minus z, it's not the same as x minus y and then minus z. Same with division. X divided by y divided by z is not the same as x divided by y and then divided by z. Right, so pick your own values of x, y, and z and see if you can prove those 4 equations. The third law is the identity law, and that is when a 0 is added to any number or a number is multiplied by 1, the value remains unchanged. So if we have x plus 0, of course what we get is x. So our x value doesn't change, it's just still x. Exact same if we multiply x by 1, anything multiplied by 1 is just itself, so we get x. Again, you can choose any values you wish, and it's going to be true. Okay, the last law is the inverse law, and that is when a number is added to its additive inverse, which is just the negative or the opposite sign of that number. So if you have, for example, positive 5, the additive inverse would be negative 5. And if you had, say, negative 3, the additive inverse would be positive 3. So if you add the number and its inverse, then you get 0. And when a number is multiplied by its multiplicative inverse, which is just 1 divided by that number, then the result is 1. So if we have x plus negative x, it's going to equal 0. And if we have x times by 1 over x, it's going to equal 1. Now, of course, choose your own values of x. You can try a couple for each equation and see if you can prove that this is true.